Hello, everybody. Where are you going to be in 5 years? It's a really good question. Um, I was listening to Jim Rohn, and I it it occurred to me in the past few days that although I thought I knew like where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, I really never knew like how to get there. I still don't know how to get there, but that's like where I spend most of my time is I really don't know, and I'm kind of just going with the flow, and life comes and happens, and then I gotta veer this way or veer that way. And so in like if I was to go back 5 years ago, although life is improving and I'm improving and things are getting better and better and better, I'm still not where I want to be, right? So, what can I do to change, to choose where I want to be in 5 years? So, I started thinking, okay, I don't know how to get there yet, but I know where I want to be in 5 years. I still don't know what I want to be doing, or, or like where I want to live. I know like where, so I know like that I want to own my own house. I know I want to live like on property. I know I want to rescue animals. These are all things I know I want, right? But how do you get from here to there? And these are the things I don't know. And um, so let's rewind 5 years ago. So I knew this 5 years ago that um, that you can change your life, right? Except I still didn't understand how I played a big part of it. So I've been learning more and more about, even though I kind of knew about your thoughts change your life. Well, I did know that your thoughts change your life. I just didn't know how to change them, or that I was able to change them in a snap, right? So we can change our life and we can choose who we want to be in every moment. So 5 years ago, let's see, that was 2016. My aunt, let me see if that's right. Okay, so 5 years ago, my aunt passed away. No, she didn't. She was really sick and she was getting worse, and I was helping her. And because my mom wasn't able to, my mom had hurt herself, and so I was taking care of my aunt. My mom was healing from her broken shoulder, and I was taking care of my parents as well. So I had to do double duty. I was also writing a book, like trying to finish it up. And then 4 years ago, my aunt passed away, and then like grief set in. Things I changed, like I started changing, like so many different thoughts happened. I started going through. We ended up moving into this place, which I thought was a really good start, a good beginning, a good thing. And then, but then I allowed myself to go down this rabbit hole, which I fell hard. I became somebody I had totally forgotten about, somebody who, and I was a different person than what I was trying to become. I believe that I had to go there to realize who who I really want to become. Just because you have goals set, just because you have your thought process of this is who I want to be, or that's who I want to be, or whatever, if you're not working on it every single day, and I mean this every single day, if you're not meditating, if you're not focusing on your thoughts and watching what you're believing, what your truth is, right? Now, truth, everybody wants to talk about truth. What's the truth? What's the truth? Well, everybody's truth is different, so nobody knows what the truth is, right? Whatever you believe, you can find ways to prove it. It doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't mean that the other people are wrong. It's just a different belief. So, in the process of going down this rabbit hole, I ended up hurting myself. I became emotionally emotionally hurt. I became spiritually hurt. I became physically hurt. I completely drained myself. I wrote a book, Life with Matt, and I published it, and I didn't want to do anything with it. I became afraid of myself. I became afraid of my light. I became afraid of my darkness. I became afraid of everything. Then I decided before I hurt myself, I decided it was time. I needed something to help me. But so I got a dog. I got a puppy. Another one. I have a dog, and he was 6. He's now 9. And so 2008 we got another dog. And I thought, okay, this is great. I can start healing, and I can start growing, and I can start. Well, then she came with a whole bunch of problems, and I couldn't find me. I lost all thoughts that I could do it. I lost all confidence in myself. I was telling the same story over and over and over again. I was physically hurt, so I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't even walk. I was so bad. I couldn't even sit. I was so bad. I it was such a weird thing that I did. I'm not really sure what I did, but they still can't figure it out, and I'm tired of going to the doctors. So by about 6 months into the excruciating pain, I had decided it was time I needed to start um, trying to fix myself. So I used crutches, and I would go to the store, whatever. I was trying to figure myself out, right? So this is 3 years ago. And I ended up, this one time I did this, I ended up hurting myself so bad. I put myself right back to the beginning of healing and back to the beginning of pain that I couldn't move again. I was so disappointed in myself. I couldn't control this puppy. I had had enough of everybody. I was in so much pain. All I did was cry, whine, and be miserable. My husband, always a really, really big supporter. I'm not sure how he managed to stay with me through that, but he did. And we all go through our own growth process, and this was a big one for me. So I had to let go of everything I thought I knew. I had to let go of everything that I believed. I had to let go of everything that I was going through and go back to basics. I had to go right back. I had to start loving myself again. I had to start believing in myself again. So now this is 3 years ago, right? I didn't have any of that. All the stuff I had learned from that time, I had allowed myself to forget, and I had allowed myself to go in and pity myself and feel sorry for myself and play that victim role, right? I wasn't able to do anything, just like they told me when I was little. I could not do anything. I had a learning disability. I had medical issues. I had physical issues. I had mental issues. I had, like, all these things kept coming back, and like saying to myself, how could I even think I could do this? I realized I had to stop all of that talk. I realized that I needed to start believing in me. My husband, biggest supporter, like I said, he said some things that made me realize, one of them being that I'm the hardest on myself, which I think we all are. We are all really hard on ourselves. We expect so much out of us. And if we fail, and if we fall, and if we get hurt, and if we get sick, and if we get whatever, we are so, so, so mean to ourselves. So I had to go back to basics, and I had to start realizing, oh yeah, I need to do mirror work. I need to meditate. I need to try and figure out what exercises I can do that will help. I need to start going inside. I need to start remembering who I am. I need to start changing my thoughts. So now, 3 years later, I'm back to healing me. Doesn't mean the pain's not there. Sometimes it's still bad, but I just take my time with it. I don't beat myself up. I realize, okay, I've done too much. My body needs a little rest. I don't play the victim, or at least I really work at it. And I remember that everything, anger, frustration, love, hate, gratitude, joy, happiness, all comes from within me. I can choose just as easily to be angry as I can choose to be happy and in love. I can choose to be mad at somebody, or I can choose to love them. It's my choice. It has nothing to do with them. Absolutely nothing to do with them. And I'm just holding myself back if I'm deciding that whatever's happening on the outside has anything to do with me. I have no control over it. But it took me a while to get there. So if you want to change your life in 5 years, if you want to change your life in 4 years, if you want to change your life in 3 years, if you want to change your life in 2 years, if you want to change your life in 1 year, it is 100% up to you. You can choose to change your life right now by baby steps, by changing your thoughts, by thinking about what it will be like in 5 years if you could have whatever it is you want. And then figuring out, how do you get it? So how do you get there? What's your stepping stones? And if you can't go that far today, that's fine. Just watch your thoughts and change your thoughts. When you start thinking of, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my bills this month? How am I going to get that extra $100? Throw it away. Get rid of those thoughts. You know what? That extra $100 is going to come. I don't know how. It just will. That's the way it works. If you believe it, you can achieve it. End of story. Why the rich continue to be rich and the poor continue to be poor is mindset. The rich never ever had, they never had to think about it. Once you start getting money, you don't think about it. It's okay, sure. And if they do, they learn how to change their thoughts. They learn money conscious. They learn how to be more financially educated. But it doesn't come overnight, of course not. It's baby steps. But if you want to change your life, it starts with you, 100%. You can have anything, you can be anything, you can do anything. It starts with your thoughts. Change your thoughts, change your life. You can read as many books as you like on the subject. There are tons out there. You can read as many books as you like on money, relationships, or anything. But it all comes right down to you. You need to decide you're going to make the change. You need to decide you're going to change your thoughts. You need to decide whether or not you're worth it. I know you're worth it. I know that you are enough. Stop playing small. Change your life. Start baby steps. Start deciding today that you're going to watch your thoughts and you're going to change them to better ones. When you get stuck in a thought, write gratitudes instead. Every morning I write down gratitudes, and in this book here, which is just my thoughts for the day. So I've been writing every day since I said this in another video, but won't remember. June 21st, since June 21st. And every morning, or sometimes at nighttime before I go to bed, if I didn't get to it in the morning, I write down something that I want to remind myself. And then if I want to go through it, I go through it. So today was Celebrate You. We take ourselves for granted, right? And we don't celebrate ourselves enough. I'll do another video on that one. But do baby steps. So if it means that you're starting one thing a day, let's say, I would suggest either your gratitude list, write as many as you can every morning, or meditation. Now, meditation is really, 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 really important, and both are really important. So do those two, because I can't choose which one. I'm going to meditate right now, and there are different ways that I do it. Sometimes I put a timer on for 15 minutes, and I just sit here in quiet, and I work on getting my thoughts to just focus on being here and being more present in my own body, and around my surroundings without having my eyes open, just breathing and relaxing. And sometimes I listen to an audio to get myself there. It all depends on what I feel like. Today I'm just going to do the timer on and sit for 15 minutes. It is up to you to change your life. Nobody is going to change it for you. If you want to own a house in 5 years, if you want to run a successful business in a year, if you want to get more healthy, if you want to have the best relationship in the world, it's up to you. No matter what it is, it's up to you. 100%. You are responsible for your life. Nobody else is going to come in and save you. They're not. Change your life. Change you. Start with you. And change your thoughts. Because you are worth it. You deserve the very best life. Don't live the same one you've had forever. Change it. It's up to you. Make an amazing day, everybody. I love ya.